welcome to the penultimate day. We just have 2 more days to go today, and tomorrow we'll be done. And I'm so glad that you followed us up to this moment. So today we're on the letter Y, and we'll be looking at why all of this. What is the reason for all that Christ has done for us? Why do we have redemption? Why are we redeemed? To what end? What's the purpose? And I'll read a text from Romans chapter 6, verse 13. I'll start from verse 12. It says, "Therefore do not let sin reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in its lust." 13 says, "And do not present," the KJV says, "do not yield your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but yield yourselves to God as being alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to God." So we are saved, and we have been called into the fold, and we have been redeemed and washed by the blood of Jesus to live like Him, to follow His instructions, to live based on the way He has laid out for us. We do not own ourselves anymore. We have been purchased with a price. So we are more or less slaves of Christ. So we do not have our own do. We don't just wake up and do things. All right, in verse 12 of that chapter, it says, "Do not yield your members again." So he was trying to talk to them. The way you used to live, you cannot continue living like that. Jesus did not redeem you to keep living like that. He says, the same way you yielded yourself to the negative influences, to the bad life, to the vices, to all those things that you were never proud of. He says that same way, yield yourself. So it requires a cooperation. It requires an effort on your part. It requires your resolve to yield yourself, to present yourself, to give yourself to, because what gives you the ability to live out that life is not your power, your will. It is the Spirit of God in you, and that Spirit of God will need to cooperate with you. That is why the instruction is to yield. The same way you yielded to the things that you didn't like, that same way you also yield to the Spirit. All right, and it's a journey that as we keep yielding to the Lord, as we are willing to allow the Lord to rule over our mind, our entire consciousness, we begin to walk in the footsteps of his will and His ways, and we see the transformation in our lives. So this is what it entails. The reason that we are redeemed and saved, one of that is that we walk in the newness of life. And walking in the newness of life requires cooperation from you and me. I'll see you tomorrow as we tie it up on this series. God bless you.